and welcome to today's video. Today, we're going to talk about a phrase that can help us deal with the endings in our lives. That phrase is don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Is this what you want to remember? Or do you want to remember the good times instead? Years and years ago, I considered this line to be tried and unhelpful over the years. I have warmed to the power and wisdom of this quote. It is about the ending of things. It's about saying goodbye. It's about moving on or moving away. Over the years, I have lost friends, family members, pets to death. I have moved many times and lost friends to distance. I have been married and divorced, losing many friends in that trauma. There are even memories of pleasant times which were just but brief flashes of fun. In each case, we have a choice. We can lament that they are no longer here, or we can smile with the recollection of the good times we experienced. To me, this applies even to the dead in our lives. You can choose to remember the pain of the loss or the joy of the good times. As humans, we tend to get that on which we focus. If we spend the bulk of our time on money and how to earn it, we will likely get some extra money. If we focus on money and how to steal it, we will likely get some time in jail. If we focus on chocolate, we will likely have cravings so strong that they simply must be satisfied. When we think of something that isn't there anymore, be it a person or an event or whatever, you have the choice to remember that it is no longer here and be sad, or to remember the good times and be happy. And while it might not be an easy choice, it is a choice, and one only you can make. You have probably met people who spend large portions of each day lamenting their losses, instead of remembering the joys of what transpired. Was it any fun being around them? In my experience, they weren't a whole lot of fun. Would you choose to be like that? Where can I apply this in my life? Consider something in your life that was there, but is no longer. Not something huge, but perhaps an old grade school friend. You can probably remember some of the good times you had together, right? You can also probably remember some of the feeling of loss when either one of you moved or you grew apart, right? Now think about the first thought you had. Was it of the good times or of the loss? If you thought first of the good times, you already have an idea of what the quote is about. If not, I would ask you to spend some time each day, perhaps before bed, and recall the good times over and over again. The usual technique we use for something like this is to consider each memory as they come up. If it's an unpleasant memory, I start by reducing the realism of the scene. I start by turning a movie into a couple of snapshots. Then I start to wash the colors away from bold to pastel to gray. I make the image smaller, and I reduce the contrast by making the darker areas lighter and the lighter areas dimmer. I muffle the sound, eventually muting it completely. I also mess with the focus, blurring the image. Eventually, you have a couple pictures that could be cloud bottoms or a series of smudges on paper. For the pleasant memories, I try to make movies of what I remember, even if they are only from photographs. I make the colors bolder. The contrast really stand out. I make sure the sound is clean and crisp, perhaps even adding a bit of a soundtrack to go with it. I make the images even larger than life, and I make sure everything is in sharp focus. Which are you more likely go get a strong emotional reaching from? The tiny, silent, motionless, gray smudge, or the big, loud, moving picture? Using this technique, I've been able to better deal with the loss of my grandparents and a few friends, as well as my dogs and separation from others I have loved or cared for in their time. Will you ever forget it is over? Hardly seems likely, does it? However, one does not have to dwell on the unhappy moments. Instead, we can focus on the happier times, and when a darker moment comes up, thank it for stopping by, and send it on its way a little smaller, dimmer, less focused, and then it was when it arrived. Once you can make this happen with the lesser memories, you can start working on the tougher ones. It does get easier with practice. I can't tell you how to live your life, but I know what has worked for me and some of my friends. I hope it works for you as well. Smile because it happened. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. This phrase reminds us to cherish the memories we have and be grateful for the experiences we've had. When we focus on what we've lost, we forget what we've gained. We forget the lessons we've learned, the growth we've experienced, and the joy we've felt. Instead of dwelling on the past, we should look to the future. We should embrace new opportunities and be open to new experiences. Life is full of surprises, and sometimes the best moments are yet to come. So, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Remember the good times, learn from the bad times, and look forward to what's next. Thank you for watching today's Fido. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Remember to smile, even when it's tough. We'll see you in the next Fido.